Whee!
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Conversations with Francois. So today we have artist Jamahl Turner here with us, the owner and founder of Artful Young. If you could tell everybody who you are, about Artful Young, and what you have going on, and how they can find you or check your stuff out.
Well, again, I am Jamahl Turner, founder and creative director of Artful Young. Artful Young is arranging reality tastefully for understanding your unique natural growth. It's basically a brand that was built off of contemporary pop art and has now, in a sense, blossomed into the fashion side of things, as well as into the natural juices. So it's an overall well-rounded, mindful lifestyle type of brand. And where you could definitely find me at is on Instagram as well on Facebook, Artful Young. And from there, I'll be able to get you connected moving forward. So again, that is Artful Young, ARTFUYUNG.
Thank
Peace.
you. So,
No problem.
I want to go back. I did do an interview with Art Young about Art for Young a couple months ago, so y'all can scroll through and find that, or go to my YouTube channel and find that. But today we are here to talk about the mind being all and the universe being mental. Like, this is something I've been wanting to talk about for a while, so I asked Jamahl to join me, and here he is. We're gonna chop it up about it. So I have this thing where, the mind is all and the universe is mental. And it's like you create your own reality, is the way I see it when I say the mind is all. We all create our own unique little realities, but at the same time, we are a united collective that we create this reality together. So it's like somewhat the same, but it's different at the same time. Because who says that we all see the same thing? You know what I'm saying?
That's why we're different people. That's why we're different sources of energy. So in a sense, definitely, and piggybacking off of what you're saying in terms of we all create our own reality, that is indeed true, even though that phrase is so bland. You know, it's like, we create your own reality. Oh, if that's the case, well, let me pour this juice and just make it into wine, type of thing. That's what people
Right.
look at that phrase, but technically that's not it. It's truly um, what we envision is what we can bring to life. It's that we have the power of the idea, and then we have the power of choice. And merging those together through action is what brings our reality, or what we want, or creates the life that we want. So definitely, when it comes down to it, you got to have a whole mind with being able to create that reality.
Right. And it's crazy that today someone has sent me the 7 Hermetic principles of self mastery. The first
Ooh.
principle is the principle of mentalism, and that is the all is mind and the universe is mental. And it was just a coincidence that it was sent to me today, and then that was the topic.
Mhm.
And I don't think people really realize how much control they have over themselves. Even the simple things is you being able to change, your feelings and the way your day is going. And it seems like people act like they don't have control over that. If your day is fucked up, if your day is going horrible, it's terrible, like, you can change that. You definitely can, but it seems like a lot of people don't believe in themselves.
They look at it as, you know what? Let me take that back. Let me go back. Let me go back. Because we all have it. So I can't exclude myself from it. It's the element in which a barrier naturally goes up, preventing us, in a sense, when that moment, from coming out of it. So that's why, um, when it comes to being mindful of those particular situations, and how that we can change it right there on the spot, is not necessarily even having it alter our thinking. There's one simple step that we all can do, which is simply take our left hand and our right hand and literally put it over our hearts. Sit down somewhere and just put it over our heart and take a few deep breaths. There's energy within our body itself that when we put it over our hands, our heart is what generating energy. We need to give it the when somebody needs to be resuscitated, clear, right? Our hands naturally do it. So we can actually change our whole mood just simply by putting our hands over our hearts. It's simple things like that that can actually adjust our fucked up day to something more positive, more passive for us to enjoy it. You get what I'm saying?
Right. So I also have this theory that, you know, we are all nothing more but some CJs in a game of Grand Theft Auto. We all just a bunch of CJs. That's what I think. It's like,
But we only got one life, yo. We
yeah,
don't restart. We don't restart, G.
I'm doing
And when we get 5 stars, it's a wrap. We're locked up. Come on now. We don't just get to come back out. We all good. Same CJ, you know what I'm saying?
But I mean, as far as, you know, this life that we live in, you know, a lot of people call it a simulation, and I say that's what CJ and them are. If you were just to leave the game on, leave the game running, you know what I'm saying, and the players in the game, everybody would just continue to do what they were doing. The hookers still hooking, the pimps and the bar owners, everyone is still active in this game, and you know, nobody is there controlling them. So they would just automatically think, you see the sun, you see the night, you see who the fuck created this? How do we get here? You know? So
Mm-hmm.
they would have this thought of maybe creating a God, or it would be how we are here. You know, we just don't fucking know, but we just know all the shit is here. So it's like, who's to say that we're not just all a bunch of CJs and someone just left the fucking game on?
The way you put it is basically the phrase of I am that I am. I am that I am. So I am CJ. I am. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's in the Bible. It's the most powerful phrase there is. That is basically the phrase in which you are from. I might be putting it wrong, but like you're supposed to basically acknowledge everything surrounding you because you are that. You are. You are reality. You are that piece of matter on the ground. So, in a sense, the way you're putting it, as far as we're all CJs, that is true. We just can't get 5 stars or 1 star, 2 stars, because we gotta live with that consequence. We gotta live with that karma that will follow from our actions and which we're doing, and which we are actually committing to. So that's the power of decision. Like for real, like it gets deep when you really look at life. It gets deep. It really gets deep. You mean to tell me you haven't had a situation in which you sat back and said, "Man, I really want to get this it could be an object, or you needed to acquire something, or you needed some information on something, and then you're like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and tackle that later." And then even though it slipped your mind, you knew it was in the back of your head, and then boom, you bumped into somebody and they randomly dropped the information on you, like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I was working on such and such, and a way to get that particular printer and get it built to cut, blah, 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 woo, could do that." But yeah, back to what I was talking about. I was driving a school bus full of kids. You never had that happen to you?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's you creating your reality.
Yeah.
That was the
Like,
universe aligning with you to get you that information you were looking for.
right. Yeah.
Clear cut example. Clear cut example.
I
That
definitely.
probably, I mean, that might not be the best, like as far as the understanding the conversation, but that is a clear cut example of you creating your reality. Like, not to get long winded, check it out, check it out, check it out. Not to get long winded, and not for the content of this conversation. Literally, when I was like 7, 8 years old, 9 years old, I used to have this feeling in the middle of my forehead, right? To where I used to just be like, what the hell's going on here, right? And then I used to notice that if I closed my eyes, I could sense stuff getting closer to it, even when I wasn't close to it. So I'll put an object on the wall and I'll try to walk up to it to see if I sense it, right? And I'm like, what the heck is this? And I started noticing that I would say like, um, I wanted a certain pair of shoes really bad, right? One time going through a Jordan magazine, black, the all black with the Carolina blue. I wanted them really bad. They came into Jordan magazine. I knew they were exclusive release then. And then randomly 5 years later, I was able to acquire them as a gift. You get what I'm saying? I had no thought about getting them anymore, nothing of that. And they randomly popped up. So ever since the youngin', I had this feeling of like, yo, it's crazy how your mind can actually possibly attract what it is that it wants. Could it possibly go to a higher level than that? Then that's when I discovered astral planing and all that later on in life. But the power of the mind is real, but I think it's highly underestimated. And I think that those who are above us purposely suppress it.
Mm.
They purposely suppress it to keep us in certain mind states like middle class, low class, having us all thinking about social statuses and all this and that matter, to prevent us from actually climbing outside that box.
Right.
Pharrell Best said it. Once your mind realizes that there are no boundaries, that's when you are truly free.
That's the type of freedom I'm looking for. That's
What
exactly
freedom is that? Exactly, though.
Boundaries. I just want to, yeah. I would like
You don't think you haven't tapped into that right now by realizing that, okay, they shut you down and you started up another one?
Yeah, I exactly. And I feel like I just need to, it's so much more, there's so much more we could do, so much more we could learn, so much more we could tap into that I know I can tap into. Do you think that there are limits to your manifesting? You think you can manifest anything? Like,
as long as you are aligned wholeheartedly, whole-bodily, if that makes sense, like your body's aligned with it, your heart's aligned with it, your soul's aligned with it, your focus is aligned with it. When you close your eyes, you can literally feel it. In that, most importantly, no matter if it happens or not, you know for a fact you good. You good, no matter what. If that $1 million comes or not, you know without a doubt you still living the best life.
right. So someone said that they think it may take more than a lifetime to manifest things, that there are no true limits, just time that it takes to come to fruition. I was like, what if I want to manifest the baby? You know what I'm saying? So what? I might not get the baby until my next lifetime?
No, you can manifest it in this lifetime because it's bound to happen. You just got to be aligned with it and make sure that your actions are along that line. Or along the line of attracting it to you. You know what I'm saying? The universe is going to work with you as long as you don't confuse it or stop it from happening.
Universe, the things you say. I heard, a lot of times it's the not I want, I want, or you need to speak about it as if you have it, as if it is yours,
And
treat it as if it's yours already.
Yeah, that's the element. They say, like, basically whatever it is that you're truly trying to attract, you're supposed to basically do this element in which you focus and think about it. And while doing that meditation, once you realize you got to that point, as if you really do, like, man, I got this, y'all. You're supposed to just let it go. Let it go. The universe take care of it from there. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to dwell on it no more after that point. When you know you got it and you feel like you got it, you're like, dog, I got this in the bag.
Right. And just let it flow and let it become. Yeah. Then I think that'd be my issue. I'll never let shit go. I'll still be holding on to it. So it don't have to hold it. I'll be like,
what are you holding on to, though?
Right. And I think it's the idea. And then I don't really throw it out there. And then it's like, well, if you holding on to it like this, do you believe it? Do you think that this shit is going to happen? Is that the issue? Do you not
are you setting like one in a sense, like you have a vision board, you set one goal? Are you only setting one goal and you just focusing on that?
No, I set numerous goals. But I remember one time when I was going through the court case with my ex for this relocation. I'm doing different rituals and all this different stuff. And I got in my mindset, like, we finna win this shit. We finna move. We finna be out this bitch. We finna get the kids out. And it was like when it came to the court date, it happened, and it really turned. I really wasn't as confident as I was acting like I was. It was like I was trying to be as confident and feel like, yeah, I had that shit, but I really I wasn't as confident as I wanted to be and was trying to be. And then, of course, niggas did not win. No, we're still here in Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Co-parenting the kids. So
I hear you. I
so
completely relate.
like, you know.
I could completely relate. I literally just came out of mine. It was about 17 months long. And yes, it could definitely be going smooth, and then something happens within the system that is completely out of your control. However, that's the one thing we need to not analyze it or look at it as a L. You get what I'm saying? Or
Right.
yeah, you know, whatever side you get it.
Yeah.
We don't need to look at it as a loss. We need to look at it as the blessing of old energy being removed to allow new energy to flow in, right? When this situation happens, that means that something greater is far more, is something greater than what we can fathom is in the pocket for us. We just now need to allow the universe to deliver that back. You get what I'm saying? We're supposed to be learning through this journey because we're never lost. We're always found.
Right. You know.
So in this journey, we just need to be focused, continue to be our walking documentaries. Because if we didn't face adversity, we wouldn't know how to counteract anything else or provide the knowledge moving forward, which is what the universe also wants us doing, providing the service to one another, which is being humane, being a friend, being a colleague, being an associate, being somebody that doesn't know you and be like, you know what? Hey, what's the who's the next person? What's their total for their tab? All right, I got it. Boom, and walk away. You get what I'm saying? Provide blessings on the other people so they can receive that energy from the universe as well. So court case situations that we just came out of, we just gotta level up because that means that the universe knew that yeah, I'm gonna put them right back in the trenches, but I know they're gonna handle this. Watch this. I'm betting everything on my nigga. I'm cashing out on my ninja. You get what I'm saying? Like, because they have faith in us to still pioneer, persevere, and conquer no matter what it is.
Yes.
No matter what it is. So, like, for example, with your situation, you saying like you feel like you still holding on to something, right? Yeah, I've been in that boat 10 years, for a decade. For a decade, I was in that boat with the music. All right, sat there, and this is me reflecting off of me sitting back in the studio working on my new vision, right? Reflecting on, no lie when I'm telling you this, about 9 to 10 hours worth of unreleased material. I only released technically 3 studio albums to Milwaukee, and I still have 9 to 10 hours worth of material that they have not listened to. But it's all points of my life, right? So it's like a journal. And I realized, I was like, what was going wrong was I was too cooped up in a mother attic, holding on with dear life for a dream to happen, working on it day and night, thinking that's what I needed to do, when honestly I needed to do this and let God, let the universe. You dig what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like for real. Like, I wasted so much time of my life, so man, down their deathbeds, pneumonia, going hard for this dream, wanted to make it happen when I could have just let go and let God be, right? Let it go. Yeah. Other blessings started happening right away when I walked away from the music career, right? Still, I didn't forget where I came from, the trenches. When I go back now, I see it like this, getting back to what I was talking about with yours. Virgil Abloh said it. If we only focus on one thing, we are technically, in a sense, diminishing and refusing our potential at its highest level. We should always be working on multiple things at one time, even though we might have one main focus.
Right.
Well, what happened is that one main focus is going to run as supervisor to other things. And even though you working on the other things, when you having your brain farts with that main thing, you're going to be like, oh, I could make all these mix with one another. Then you sitting there, oh, I'm chuckling this. Oh, I'm chuckling this. You know what I'm saying? So that one goal you were focused on, you completely forgot because you too busy celebrating the abundance, which is key. You're showing gratitude and abundance for what's happening right now while you juggling all the other things you're working on. Like, oh, I got it, I got it, I got it. Boom. That one thing you was waiting on pops off.
Right.
And it always happens that way, right?
It does. You're right. And I feel like you shouldn't focus on just one thing. Some people do, and some people, they've heard that, yeah, you shouldn't focus. You should just focus on one and not numerous things. That's where people get fucked up. I think you should do what you can.
Because that's not
burn
technically
yourself out.
multitasking. Right. It's not multitasking. You technically shifting your focus onto something else and allowing your subconscious to go into work and dwell on what it is you were originally working on, and you just airing it out on the side. You know what I'm saying? Your main hustle not your main hustle, because you got a main job. Okay, you got a main job, then your main hustle, which is the side hustle. Your main hustle got a side hustle, and the side hustle got a side hustle. It becomes that. You know what I'm saying? So you just like, dude,
around here. That's all we want to do. We just want to hustle. That's it. We're just trying to, we just want to
Yo, think about it. Think about this. What if there was no more corporate America? What if there was no more Facebook and everybody had to go back to villages? What would your talent be?
Right.
What would you be good at? What service could you provide to other people to still make your dreams come true?
That's a good thing. I'd definitely be an entertainer. If we got to go back to, the little show houses, see, we got that. We're going to set up some shit. Look, I'm gonna have a whole operation going. We're going to have clothes coming. Oh, yes. Let everything shut down.
Exactly. And look what everybody's mind went when everything did shut down.
Right. Right.
I'm so thankful to, in a sense, to be ahead where I'm at. Because I get it. We can go live all night and we'll get so deep into people's heads that they'll probably start having seizures and all that and falling out, because they will start realizing that, yo, if you really unlock certain things that you refuse to allow yourself to unlock, your life is going to become different. You just feel different.
Yeah.
Have you ever done a hypnosis?
No, but I want to so bad. Oh my gosh. But it's like, I don't know who to go to that's actually going to do the shit right, but I want to so bad.
You should. The power of YouTube. Try YouTube one time, right? Because I was just curious about it. I was like, I want to try this. I've been lately focusing on the power of detachment, which goes back to the rap music career and realizing that I needed to let it go.
Right.
I've been working on the power of detachment, and I did a hypnosis via YouTube. I didn't believe it was going to work. They have you do this thing, right? This part, they have you like, what the heck? They have you, your eyes closed, and they be like, all right, now while breathing, blink your eyes 3 times and close. I'm like, man, that's gonna wake me up out of my hypnosis. Come to find out, it actually literally locks you in. It brings you in deeper. Oh. And one part of it was, since we are talking about the mind, one part of it was the part where he started saying, all right, at this point now, you feel like you're going down a ski slope. And it's gradually getting faster and faster and faster. Well, now at this point, you should be going down so fast, you don't know how to stop, right? And in my mind, I'm seeing one side completely black, and the other side is just snow that's black snow. So I'm sitting here like, I can't believe it. I'm in a hypnosis allowing it to happen. Fast forward, he gets to the point now. He's like, now I want you to let go. And this is the part that blew me away. While I let go, I promise you, it seemed like I was looking at souls going upward. I could not recognize their attire. I could not recognize who they were, but they were like going past me upward. While I'm like, this must be free floating in the air because I wasn't going down. I'm free floating in the air, and I just watched these different bodies go past me. The next day, I felt so light. Like something was latched on to me, not letting me go, not letting me to be, free flowing. My mind was clearer. My body was just clearer. It just felt different. And that's when I was like, I still wasn't unlocking things that I need to unlock.
Right.
Dude, we need to tap in.
Yeah. And someone just said the power of meditation is stronger than hypnosis depending on the mind. But, the thing, regardless the mind, you need to be able to focus. Because I know focusing is my issue a lot of times with anything. Like I need to practice just focus in general. Even on my own visions in my mind, I need to practice focusing and be able to stay focused on that shit. Because my mind will shift and shift and shift and shift.
Voices? Not saying like you have schizo or anything, but you know what I mean. Like you thinking.
It is shift from just vision to vision, scene to scene, thing to thing. I just see, be a lot of shit going on.
I get you. It's about getting it streamlined into where it's almost like a movie in a sense. Like you know what's going on, and anytime it switches, it's just cutting scene instead of seeming like you're going all over the place and losing track.
Right. Yeah. So
one way I figured a way to help out tremendously with that is it's like the phrase I put up. What is emulate to inspire? Oh no, wait. Emulate to aspire, then implement your desire. So emulate who inspires you and merge that with what you're trying to accomplish and what you are doing already and you are getting to. And then implement what it is that you want to get done.
Who inspires you?
Truthfully, no lie, Virgil Abloh, Jerry Lorenzo, a gentleman by last name Newberry, Dave Chappelle, Yasin Bey, aka Mos Def. Those type of black leaders.
I don't think anybody inspires me. There's no one that I've ever seen or watched that made me feel like, you know what? No.
Not even in history? Not in your past history?
Like emulate that part. There's no one I've ever just wanted to. No. How people feel about Michelle Obama. Oh my gosh, I want to be just. I've never felt that way about anybody that I.
Is there anybody that you feel as though you like their state of mind? You definitely appreciate hearing what they have to say, or you like their state of mind in terms of what they do for people or what they do in general?
There's some people that I just like. I like their minds. Like some people. Yes.
Oh yeah, I can't believe I forgot Nipsey. I can't believe I did not name Nipsey, but that's where I'm coming from. You might be better off in a position of actually creating a visible council in your mind of those people. So instead of emulating these people, it's like when you sit down and realize your thoughts are going all over the place, you basically sit down at a round table like, and don't mind the names. All right, Oprah. Nip, I need to talk to you too. Hey, Bill Gates, I need to talk to you too. Hey, you just have this random, meeting with these people on the regular to where you value their opinion and what they're saying. So you guys have discussions to help you become a more involved individual. That also works too. That's actually out of what is it called? Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
So someone said, they were inspired them themselves. They were inspired by their enlightened ancestors and themselves. And I guess I feel more like them. But
That's deep.
yeah, I feel more inspired by me. I inspire. I'm like, we're gonna get this
I
shit done.
mean, if you've been through struggles, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You've been through the trenches. Without a doubt, yourself should inspire you. I can't believe I didn't acknowledge myself when I'm sitting here saying I'm listening to 10 hours. I'm dedicating 10 hours out of my day to listen to all my old music. You know what I'm saying? Time is the most precious commodity that we have. So yeah, you should be inspired by yourself. You got shut down and shit. What? Shut
Right.
down, bro.
Like,
I got something for you. Watch this.
you know,
I'm gonna reroute this. I'm gonna block this. I'm gonna set this up on this computer. Get me now.
you know,
Catch me
right.
outside. Look at that.
But yeah, also I do have really close friends where the mindsets of some of my people, their fucking mindsets are the shit, And
Yes.
it's like I'll be like, man, you be thinking about it. That's right. So yeah,
And that's particular values of them too, as well. Like my brother Waz, dude, one of the most patient mother I know. I'm like, dog, how can you be so patient? Like, how? He just cool with it. It could be hostile. Heck, he just cool with it. I'm like, bro, are you there? Are you there? Like, he's just so patient. Like, it blows me away. Like, so patient, and then just the growth and seeing him over the last 15 to 19 years. He's definitely a giver, which is also a major. I hope people are taking notes through this conversation. It's definitely a major key with the universe in terms of getting things to come back to you and karma to start to shift. It's maybe you might have a bad past and you trying to turn things good. Giving back, becoming a giver at the same time, at the same rate you would be a receiver, if not more,
right.
in any form that can help out. But that's one thing too. That makes me elevate him with the brand Are We Young. I'm already working on things like how can I give back already with the community when I'm barely launched. You know what I'm saying? So it's things like that it always makes you feel good too. But man, friends, people you look up to. Like I work I work at 720, right?
Okay.
Right, as a security guard, right? And the one thing is I love about working there is the staff, not only the staff inside 720, but also the police staff and the people out the valet. You get to be around these people, and what happens is these people actually on the fly will give you knowledge, share knowledge with you for you to take. So it's things for you to actually be like, this is better than the paycheck, and that's what it became to. It's like, man, what else can I learn? And there's two gentlemen there that actually run the club that I really look up to, and I'm like, man, they don't even know it, but I literally have been studying them for the last 4 years because I'm like, man, I gotta learn it if I'm gonna run my own staff one day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
you gotta do that type of stuff, man. You gotta be appreciative of that stuff. People be too, man, I'm a G. I don't gotta do that. I'm a G. On folks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm like, bro, change your mindset, please. Change your mindset.
Right.
Change your mindset.
So the last thing on this before we close out, because we've been talking for like a good 30-something minutes, But before we close out, the one thing that really gets me is the fact that we motherfuckers be spending time together. Like if somebody happened to live with me, you know what I'm saying? For this moment, this 5-7 minutes, our worlds are combined. We right here together.
Yeah.
We're sharing this moment together. We talking, we chopping it up. Our worlds and our perspectives and our visions are pretty much the same in this time frame. And then when it's over after these 7 minutes, it's just two completely different journeys. I think that's just so raw. All these motherfucking movies going on. There's billions of little mini movies popping off right now.
We are all walking documentaries. Shout out to Hindsight. You ever watch him on YouTube?
It sounds so familiar.
Dude. Hindsight. Everybody watching YouTube. Gentleman by the name of Hindsight. Yeah. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. He definitely he is on what you're talking about
I think that shit is
daily.
crazy. I always think about people's minds, and I always wonder how people are thinking and the thoughts people like. I really the mind. That shit is so interesting to me. Like,
Powerful.
even when I think of colors, I'll be like, who says that we see all colors the same? Just because we were taught these words and shit in school doesn't mean that you see my nails as fucking mint. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We might know the word mint together, but you might see fucking red right now.
I
You know
see
what I'm saying?
too.
You know, right? But you were taught, that I just the mind. It's just that's just crazy.
And that's what I have been very hungry to do the last 6 months. Is like, how far can I go with it? How far can I go with the mind? How can I truly be that living proof? Like when I made that statement, 1 year dedication to a particular focus can change your life, and I'm gonna be living proof. Like, how can I go beyond that point? You know, um, honestly, I believe I astral project, which is basically where you do the whole, you come out of your body, you leave, you can literally lift up out of your body, look at yourself, and leave and go to another dimension. I truly believe I have done that. I truly believe we all do that.
Yeah.
Especially if you get to the point where you can literally have that vision, like you said, you have your vision jump back and forth. If you get to the point where you literally have a vision, like say like you driving somewhere and you can feel the heat and you know it's sunny in that vision, but then you can start feeling the heat when it's like cold outside. You can start feeling the heat on your skin, or you can start feeling that breeze, or even smelling the sea. You know what I'm saying? Then
Right.
you doing the out of body experience right then and there. So that shows that your mind is capable of doing more. And what they say, we only use how much percent of our brain?
10. Is it 10? That's what I be
Come,
saying. That's what I say to my best friend all the time. I be like, gee, we only use 10%. I'm trying to get to like, you know, I'm
exactly.
trying to use it. I'm trying to see what's gonna happen.
Yo, so check this out. Check this out. And this is, I don't mean to get more long winded, but this is where my heart's at. I believe, and that's why I really want to get Art for Young launched, because that's where I'm gonna put like how Tesla is doing it for the moon. You know, trying to go to the moon, right? I'm
Yeah.
doing it for mental health and actually autism, because I truly believe all those who suffer from autism actually have potentially unlocked more than what our brain has. If that, I know that's a outlandish theory, but I have like from the distance to study like autism kids, and not like, oh, why he acting like that. I study at them. I study them like, man, to me they're geniuses waiting to be unlocked. Like if you teach them something very technical, they're going to be able to do it repeatedly over and over and over and over and over, exactly to the T, more than you and I would be able to do it after 15 times.
Right.
The mind. So imagine if we're able to unlock whatever is causing their autism and allow them to basically let what they learn through autism just flourish with the fresh mind. Like there's got to be more in a way to us for us to unlock that other 90% or at least 50 more percent of our brain without stimulation.
So he can't see your comments, but someone said, "Why do we think you only use 10%? Well, can you tell us what percent it is we do use? If I am wrong, and I'm gonna go look it up afterwards." And they said that their son has autism. So are you talking about savants? So not savants. He's saying that he thinks that children, people with autism, that possibly their brain has more, using more of a percent than what we are, and that's why they're trying to label them as autistic. When really it's just they got more shit going on because they're using more of their brain.
Exactly, because check it out. If I'm correct, there was actually, and I believe he suffered from autism, but there's an artist from London, or he's definitely from overseas. He was a black young artist when I seen him, and this was about 7 years ago. They put him in a helicopter, right? Flew him over London,
And he drew it. I remember that.
took him exactly,
Yeah.
verbatimly. That's
Yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah.
That's
You
what
know,
I
a lot of like
mean.
they can put, 1,000 pieces puzzles together. They can do all types of stuff that we don't do on the average. And they can do it quick. You know what I'm saying? So
They
I
pick
think
up
you
on
are
the
for something.
details.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I said, like, man, I want to get Artful Young like launched to where I'm literally untouchable in a sense, and I'm like, put all that into studying and unlocking whatever it is, because they are the future. They are the geniuses, and I guarantee we unlock that, we're gonna unlock mental health, and then we really gonna tap into that 50 to that 70 to that 90% and 100% of the mind. People gonna be flying. People gonna be disappearing. People gonna be reading each other's minds. I'm telling you, that's why they keep us suppressed.
Because I know we can do it. I know we can do it.
Think about it. How can we predict what somebody else is gonna say? How can we already run into somebody or be like, reach for the phone and I was just about to call you.
You know, deja vu, all of that. Or rather, we be like,
they call it deja vu just to make it seem like nothing, but it's something.
It's something, right? Like, I didn't seen this shit already. You know what I'm saying? I know I saw it. Man, you know you don't be tripping. I saw this.
And then many times, if you saw it to where you didn't recognize it, that means you had to see it from a different dimension. And that's what I mean. I don't mean to be outlandish, but that shows you that truly you are tapping into another realm beyond us, because we're all bodies of energy. We're all energy. We can't sit stagnant. If we sit stagnant, we die off. You stay active, you become an electron, and you stay positive. You work with the neutrons and all that to keep us all moving as a civilization. You cancel that out. There's no more thing left here. You break this this protective layer. There's no more energy being trapped in.
Right.
So yes, this here is right now a Kia in every single body's body. You know what I'm saying? We can very easily upgrade that to a V12 or a Hemi or Hellcat, however you want to call it, you know.
Right.
We can literally do those upgrades and go somewhere beyond here.
Right. Indeed. Well, Jamahl, thank you for joining me for this conversation tonight. Everybody, make sure y'all follow him. I'll throw the links up there so y'all can check him out and check out his artwork, because it's the fucking dopest. I swear it is. You know?
Woo! And you saw it. And you saw it. And you saw it.
You know, I just like, hey, I know who did that. He was like, that's my cousin. I'm like, what?
Yes.
I was so excited there. But I'll leave this link and this information. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. And y'all have a great night. And I love all of y'all. Thank you for listening.
Blessings. Namaste.